Hi, I'm Cailey and I'm a bookseller here at Changing Hands Bookstore, and today I'm going to talk to you about spooky books for scaredy cats, which means books that you can find in our horror section that you'll be able to sleep through the night after reading. These are books that you can find in our horror section that are sort of an introduction to horror. So if you've never read it, if you're kind of afraid of it, great books for you. So the first book that I want to talk to you about is Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. It's Scooby-Doo. I mean, we got the cover, we got the colors, we got our 4 kids, we got our dog, but also not. Different characters, different plot line. They're a little bit older now. The book's a little bit darker. Think a little bit of Scooby-Doo and a little bit of Stranger Things. These kids used this crazy booby trap and caught this bad guy when they were kids. And now they're 20-somethings and they all have like different forms of trauma that they're trying to go through because something about that case didn't sit right with them. So they're going back, reopening this case, trying to figure out what made it different, why it broke them. A lot darker, the monsters are real, they're not just men in masks anymore. Classic monster story, loved it, and I think you will too. The second book I want to talk to you about today is Where the Wild Ladies Are by Aoko Matsuda, a collection of short stories inspired by Japanese ghost stories. So they're not entirely retellings, but in the back of the book, they have lists and descriptions of those ghost stories, and you can see how the threads of those ghost stories have been woven into the threads of these stories that Matsuda has crafted for us. And what's really special about this is the women, hence probably the title, but they are so intricate and wonderful, and even if they're messy, and even if they're terrible, that's what's so celebratory about them. Just kind of all of these things that get associated with women that they should or should not be, those are just really celebrated in here. They're so strong, they're so fierce, they're so wonderful. It kind of also has that aspect of Love Actually where there's different stories, but there's little tiny things that connect all of them and that make it really special. Last, I want to talk about Certain Dark Things by Silvia Moreno-Garcia. Now this one's on my TBR, haven't quite read it yet, but it's a gritty noir set in Mexico City and there's vampires. Sold! Thanks everyone for sticking with me while we went through these spooky books for scaredy cats. You can get all 3 of these books here at both Changing Hands locations or online at changinghands.com. Please like, subscribe to our channel, and comment down below which of these books sounded most interesting to you. Bye!